So this is now part 2 of liver cirrhosis, still part of our series of discussions on gastrointestinal conditions, part of medical surgical nursing. On part 1 of the video, we discussed the pathophysiology of liver cirrhosis. Now, let's have a quick review on why liver cirrhosis exists. Simple raman na class. Why? Because let's look into the different kinds of cirrhosis being the exact causes on why cirrhosis exists. Okay, number 1, for example, when there is a direct trauma to the liver by a viral infection, most commonly hepatitis B. So ang virus giatake ang atay. Unsay tawag na to ana? Post-necrotic cirrhosis. So these are viral infections that has attacked the liver. Pwede po ang niatake sa liver dili virus, but rather alcohol. And that is what we call as alcoholic cirrhosis or Leydig's cirrhosis. And a very rare type of cirrhosis is one which is caused by complications of an obstruction by a gallstone in the gallbladder. Because kung naay bara sa gallbladder, posible nga ang back pressure mohit og makaguba sa imuhang hepatocytes. And that is what we call as your biliary cirrhosis. So all of these three things could cause damage to the hepatocytes. Okay. Naguba ang hepatocytes. But let us remember, class, that the liver is a self-healing organ. As it heals, ang patay nga hepatocytes kay mo regenerate rapod siya. But this time, not in the original form, but rather, these damaged hepatocytes will be replaced by a scar or a fibrous cell or tissue. The problem, again, is not because the livers have scars. The problem is when the scars or the fibrous cells exceeds the normal number of hepatocytes. So, ang imuhang atay, napulos na siya scars, napulos na siya mga fibrous nga mga cells. So, kani for example, ang imuhang atay, hamis, way tatsa. Pero, kung naay cirrhosis, napuno na ni siya og mga buslot-buslot. That's why, a liver cirrhosis is described to be one with a hobnail appearance. Okay, maunay porma sa atay nga naay cirrhosis. Karon, if this is the blood which is supposed to flow into the liver, maglisod og sulod ang dugo. Nganuman, daghan kaayo og fibrous or scar tissues nga nagputos sa imuhang atay. Okay? So, if the blood intends to go into the liver, di man siya kasulod. So, mubalik ang pressure. This creates a high pressure or a tense area in that part of the circulation. This is what we call, class, as portal hypertension. There is hypertension in the portal circulation. Sayunan ka, ang dugo musulod, unya di kasulod, di mo balik. So kung mo balik siya, mutaas ang pressure diha nga area. Unsay tawag na to dina? Portal hypertension. Okay. Di man na siya lisod sabton because in the first video, I've given you an analogy. Kung ang kalsada hamis, nindot kaayo ang dagan sa sakyanan. Musutoy ra ng sakyanan kay smooth kaayo ang kalsada. Pero kung ang kalsada, for example, gibuslot-buslotan sa DPWH aron na ay project, no? Tarong pa man unta to. Ang spalto simentohon, ang simento spaltohon. Di ba? So naay kalsada, ay video ba ni? Joke li. Naay kalsada ka. So naay kalsada nya nay mga buslot-buslot. Ang tendency, mo slow down gyud ka. Unya kay hinay man ang naguna, ang nasa luyo, samot mo hinay. Ang nasa pinakaluyo, ang nag-ungot na siya. So what do we call this? There is pressure. There is a traffic jam in the area prior to the cirrhotic liver. And that is what creates a high pressure in that area. Again, we call that as portal hypertension. Now, the question is, granting na ay cirrhosis, how would I know nga naay cirrhosis ang usa ka tawo? To confirm the diagnosis of liver cirrhosis, class, we do liver biopsy. Okay? We do liver biopsy. Sir, naa din ay cancer basta naay liver cirrhosis? Wa pa. After liver cirrhosis is liver cancer, di ba? And what precedes liver cirrhosis is a fatty liver. So, what is the biopsy intended for? We get a tissue sample of the liver. Unya atong tanawon kung naabay hobnail appearance or napuno ba siya og mga scar or fibrous kinds of cells. So we inspect the composition of the liver tissues. That is what liver biopsy is. So when we do liver biopsy, ikaw ang nurse for example, i-biopsy na tong pasyente, sir, question. Unsa may position sa imuhang pasyente? So for the procedure, you have your supine position. Okay. For the procedure. Okay? But the question is, how would you position the patient after the procedure? The patient must be on right side lying. The question is, nganong ipa-right side lying manimo, sir? Because the liver is at the right. And because the liver is a highly vascular organ. Mabuslot gani ng atay gamay, grabe kay ng dugo mo gawas. Highly vascular good. Very bloody kung masamad ang imong atay. Kung nasamad ka, nagsigi og dugo, what do? You apply pressure. Oh, the same thing. Kung nabuslot ang atay, to prevent it from bleeding, you apply pressure. How? By positioning the patient to his right. Because when you do right side lying, your body creates a pressure over the liver onto the bed. So this pressure will prevent bleeding after the liver biopsy. So basta during, supine. After, right side lying. Ano tong right side lying? To apply pressure over the liver, which is a highly vascular organ. Okay? You can also do your CT scan. Or you can also do your MRI. No? Direct visualization of the liver. Unsa ganito'y hallmark nga atong makita o makaingon ta nga na liver cirrhosis? Your hobnail appearance. And of course, your different laboratory values. Unsa man ang pinaka-reliable value that we should look into? We should look into the values of the liver enzymes. Di na ko gusto makadungog anak SGPT, SGOT because those are the old names of the liver enzymes. Today, the more appropriate names are AST and ALT. Ang normal nga AST is 10 to 40 units per liter. Ang normal nga ALT is 7 to 57 units per liter. Now, kaning mga enzymes class, naamangod ni siya sulod sa imuhang atay. Meaning to say, kung ang enzyme naasulod sa atay, naaaragyod ka sa atay. Unya kay naamay boslot-boslot ang imong atay. Naamay hobnail. Unsa may mahitabo? Di mo gawas ang imuhang enzymes. Unsa to nga enzymes? AST or ALT. Mo gawas into the bloodstream. So when there is an inflammation or there is a damage to the liver, the enzyme goes out of the liver and proceeds to the bloodstream. So sa ato, papagtanaw ni mo sa dugo, uy, taas man ang AST, uy, taas man ang ALT, o saray pasabot, basin, guba ang atay. Why do I say basin? Because among the two, kanirang imuhang ALT, no? Imuhang ALT is specific to the liver. Meaning to say, kung mutaas ang ALT, atay ang naay problema. Kung mutaas ang AST, basin atay ang naay problema. Do you get that? Kung AST manggod mo, ingon ra ko, basin atay ang problema. Ngano man? Because AST is elevated in some other problems. For example, heart problems. No? Inflammation of the heart or inflammation somewhere else. Pwedeng mutaas ang imuhang AST, dili kay atay ra. Pero ang ALT, kung mutaas, way lain hinungdan kundili ang pagkaguba sa liver. That's why remember this. Ang ALT specific to the liver. Ang AST is not specific to the liver. But whether AST or ALT, kung musaka sa imuhang blood level, ang pasabot na ay liver cirrhosis. What are other levels that are elevated when you have liver problems? Let me ask, what happens perhaps to the ammonia? What happened perhaps to the bilirubin? Okay? Bilirubin or to the ammonia. So my question is, unsa may mahitabo sa imuhang ammonia? Sa imong albumin di ay. Albumin. Sige atong usaw-usahon. Kung naay liver problems, we look into ammonia. We look into bilirubin. We look into albumin. So, unsa may mahitabo sa ammonia kung guba ang atay? Musaka. Okay. Ngano tong mosaka? Because the liver converts ammonia into urea so that ammonia in the form of urea can now be excreted by the kidneys. So kung guba ang atay, no conversion happens. So ammonia accumulates. How about the levels of bilirubin? What happens there? Your bilirubin will be increased. Specifically, ang unconjugated bilirubin. We should remember nga kanang unconjugated bilirubin, it's a waste product after the death of the red blood cells. But kung unconjugated manggod, it cannot be excreted by the liver, by the body. It has to first be converted by the liver into conjugated before it becomes excretable. So unconjugated bilirubin, i-convert ni liver, mahimong conjugated bilirubin. Ang conjugated bilirubin, excretable. Ang unconjugated bilirubin, not excretable. So, not excretable, i-process sa liver, mahimong excretable. Kung guba ang atay kay palahubog si tatay, sa may resulta, elevated ang unconjugated. So, meaning to say, asa mang bilirubin ron? Naasa dugo. And because naasa sa dugo, kay katulma na, you will develop pruritus because elevated ang imuhang bilirubin, no? They are green in color, then the patient will manifest jaundice or yellowish discoloration because the reflection of the green color via the skin gives the yellow impression. And the same thing sa mata, makita po na nimo, no, mo yellow ang imuhang mata. Unya nay nangutanan nako, sir, how would I know nga naay jaundice kung black ang iyang color? Okay. Sa eyes, pwede sa eyes, but most reliable class is you look into the soft palette. So ang soft palette niya mo deep yellow po ang iyahang color sa mga black colored skin tones. Okay? So those are the different diagnostic tests for determining whether a person has liver cirrhosis or wala ba siya liver cirrhosis. Now, let's go into the different manifestations when you have liver cirrhosis. Unsa may kaugmaon sa mga palahubog? Number 1, when a person has liver cirrhosis, he is expected to manifest anorexia. Anorexia or loss of appetite. And because of the loss of appetite, this will later on develop into weight loss. So mawagtangan kuno kag gana, unya kay wa naman kay gana mo kaon, mudaot gyud ka later on when you have liver cirrhosis. So the question is, unsa may makapawalag gana kung nana kay liver cirrhosis? Number 1 class. Loss of appetite happens because of the ascites that the person will have to experience. Remember class, ascites is the accumulation of fluid in the peritoneum, no? Sa imuhang tiyan, puno kay kag tubig. So unsa may tendency kung puno kayo ang imuhang tiyan, you will have the sensation of being full. So busog imong pamati tungod kay busog ka or puno kayog tubig ang imuhang tiyan, but not necessarily because busog gyud ka sa tinuod. So the weight loss due to anorexia, and anorexia is due to the ascites, the pressure in the peritoneum. Okay? Other than that class, it's because of the accumulation of toxins that will alter the ability of the brain to determine the need for appetite. Okay? So sa ato pa, okay? Ang liver, manggod class, it is responsible for detoxification. You should remember that class from one of the functions nga. Di ba katong muhatag kag tambal, and then ang tambal muagi siya sa liver, i-process siya sa liver for detoxification and for it to become excretable. Di ba trabaho man na sa atay? Because the atay is the one part in the body which detoxifies toxins. Okay? Karon, kung guba ang imong atay, then dili ka ka-take out sa mga toxins. And what does these toxins do? Kanang accumulation of toxins in the blood will give a false impression to the brain nga busog ka. Okay? And because busog ka, you don't have the appetite. So toxins, the eye class, will interfere with the brain's appetite centers. Ang toxins mao'y hinungdan. Number 2, your liver cirrhosis will cause inflammation to the liver. Now, when the liver is inflamed or when there is inflammation in the body, unsa may autocorrect nga manifestation sa tao? Basta naay inflammation, basta naay infection, unsa may autocorrect nga manifestation? Siyempre mo taas ang imuhang temperature. So you will have to manifest fever. Why? Because fever is a signal to the body that something is wrong. Okay? And it's the body's attempt of trying to kill any inflammatory factors there. No? Naabaroy kagaw, so iinit niya gamay ang lawas para ang kagaw at least mamatay. But fever is a warning sign that something is wrong. There might be some inflammation or there might be some inflammation or there might be some infection. So fever is one. Number two, there should be tenderness. Tenderness or sakit ang imuhang atay. Kung hikapon, tender man. Painful, sakit. Tender, sakit, hikapon. Okay. Asa man nimo dapit makita ang imuhang atay? Naana siya sa right upper quadrant. Okay. So tenderness, class, is felt at the right upper quadrant. So basta gani fever, basta gani pain, those are manifestations of inflammation. And inflammation in the literal sense, kung bisayo na tong inflammation, nihubag. Unsa may tawag anang atay nga nihubag? We call it as hepatomegaly. Okay? Nidako ang imuhang atay. Nihubag ang imong atay. Now, for hepatomegaly, in your health assessment, I think you should have known this on how to palpate for the liver. We call that as the liver span test. Unsa ganito buhaton nato sa liver span test? Okay. Arita sa right side of the body, right side, mid-clavicular, and you do your percussion. Pag percuss nimo, imong targeton ang intercostal space. Asa man ang intercostal space? Tunga sa ribs. So pag percuss nimo sa tunga sa ribs, what must you hear? You must hear resonance. Nga naman, baga man na diha dapita. Ibabaw. Okay? Baga. So baga na siya, baga, baga. So you will hear resonance, 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 dal. Nikalitog dal. Unsay pasabot? That's the upper border of the liver. Markahan na nimo. O, dara dal. Ngano man, percussion of a solid organ is a dal sound. Percussion of the lungs is resonance. So resonance, 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 resonance means the lung. The first time it turns dull indicates the upper border of the liver. O, aray na pugkastiyan, aray na pugkastiyan. Pak, perkas, 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 what must you hear? You must hear timpani. Okay? Because timpani is what is heard when the organ is a hollow organ. So timpani, 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 dal. Ni dal na po, markahan na po nimo. So sa ato pa, this is the lower border of the liver. Upper border, going to the lower border is the span of the liver. Okay? So that is your liver span test. Okay? In a patient with liver cirrhosis, nidako ang imuhang atay. Okay? But let me clarify this. It is not always basta liver cirrhosis, hepatomegaly. Dili na tinuod. Nga naman, because when you have a late stage of cirrhosis, the liver is smaller. Okay? Basta sa late stage of liver cirrhosis, the liver becomes smaller. In very advanced stages of liver cirrhosis, the liver begins to shrink because much of the normal hepatocytes are now replaced with scarce, hard, and smaller cells. As a result, the characteristic feature of a late stage of liver cirrhosis is a smaller liver. So early pa gani, dako pa kaayo. Pero karaan na gani, mukupos po siya, mushrink po siya. Okay? So hepatomegaly is true only during the early stages of liver cirrhosis. But upon the later stage of liver cirrhosis, the liver begins to shrink. Ngano to? Because the hepatocytes are replaced with hard, small, scar cells. Next class. Next effect, if you have liver cirrhosis, is inactivation of estrogen. Ang liver, class, has something to do with regulating the amounts of estrogen in the body. Because every time ma-detect sa imuhang atay nga taas ra kaayo ang imong estrogen, iyahan ang i-filter ang sobra nga estrogen by inactivating the estrogen. So di pwede di ay sa usa ka tawo nga sobra-sobra ka sa estrogen. Ngano man ang sobra i-filter sa liver by way of inactivating them. Meaning to say, kung naa kay liver cirrhosis, guba imong atay, walay maka-filter sa sobra nga estrogen. Ang resulta ay sobra sa estrogen. Okay. Because of the inability of the liver to inactivate estrogen, people with liver cirrhosis will have elevated estrogen. Okay. Now, unsa may resulta kung sobra ka sa estrogen? Number 1, you will develop vascular spiders or called as your spider angiomas. Vascular spiders or spider angiomas. They are found class in the face, usually sa cheeks. Okay? Kung sobra kuno ka sa estrogen, you develop spider angiomas in the cheeks. We also call them as vascular spiders. Unsa may naong ana niya, sir? O kani, naani sa inyuhang naong. Okay? It is characterized as a spider because it looks like a spider. Mura lang barikos. Nganong spider man siya? Unsa day naong niya, class? Puwa kaayo siya sa tunga. Dark gyud kay siya nga puwa sa tunga. Unya mukatag lang siya in the periphery nga light red na siya sa katag. So mura gyud siya og spider. Okay? Asa na siya? Naa sa naong. Unsay tawag ana? Spider angiomas. Nganong naay spider angiomas si tatay nga na liver cirrhosis? Kay taas ang iyahang estrogen. Kay normally, kung okay pa to iyang atay, ang sobra nga estrogen, i-filter man sa atay by inactivating them. So we call that class as spider angiomas. Other than that, kung sobra ka sa estrogen, unsa pay lain nimong manifestation, you will manifest palmar erythema. Okay, imuhang palad puwa katul. Ibutang sa bulsa kay mudaghan ko no ang kwarta. Storyas Bisaya, di ba? Pero di na ito, sobra sa estrogen. Ayun, mudaghan ako kwarta ani, ayaw lang yun, palahubog lang jud ka. Palmar erythema. So tanawa class, kani, ang imong palms, puwa, katul. We call that as palmar erythema. Okay? This is the result class of vasodilation, which is the effect of excessive estrogen levels in the body. So balik ko na ko, ha? Ang tao nga na liver cirrhosis, na ay spider angiomas, na ay palmar erythema, nga naman, unsa day nga hormone ang taas? Estrogen. Nganong taas man imong estrogen? Kay guba ang imuhang liver. Kay ang liver supposedly, iyang i-filter ang sobra nga estrogen by inactivating them. Okay, so that is number 3, estrogen activation. Next, other than that class, when you have liver cirrhosis, you will also manifest elevated bilirubin levels. Taas ang imong bilirubin. Di naman siguro ta maglalis class kung di inagikan ang bilirubin because video number 1 clearly explained that red blood cells die for 120 days. After 120 days, pag namatay si red blood cell, mugawas ang hemoglobin. Si hemoglobin sad, mubungkag. Iron, unconjugated bilirubin. Iron, hemi, and globin. Sorry. Red blood cells will break down, releasing the hemoglobin. Hemoglobin will break down into hemi and globin. Globin is a protein, but hemi will further break down into iron and unconjugated bilirubin. Ma-excrete dili. I-convert sana siya sa imuhang liver para mahimo siyang conjugated bilirubin. Excretable, not excretable. Mauna, kung ma-excrete na nimong conjugated bilirubin, pag tanaw nimo sa stools, yellow. Pag tanaw nimo sa urine, yellow. What makes it yellow? The conjugated bilirubin. Meaning to say, if the liver is broken, kung guba ang imuhang atay, unconjugated is not converted into conjugated. So kung di siya ma-convert, dili ma-excrete. Kung dili ma-excrete, ang tae luspad, ang ihi lagom. Ang tae nga yellow, silver. Clay-colored stools, luspad, lughaw. Okay? Ang ihi, tea-colored urine. Wala yellow pigment. Nga naman, basta lagi guba ang atay, wala kay conjugated bilirubin, so you don't see the bilirubin in either the stools or the urine. So the levels of unconjugated bilirubin is elevated. And if they are elevated, they accumulate in the blood, giving you the jaundice color, or because bilirubin is itchy, you develop pruritus or itchiness in the skin. Ngarita maghisgot. What do you do when patients develop pruritus? What are the management for a patient with pruritus? Katol ang imuhang panit because of elevated bilirubin. What should you do? You advise the patient to scratch it but not with the nails. Pwede man kauton basta katol. Lisura sa daan ng katol niya, hindi mo kauton, no? Manugo ang ganita guban, kautabi. Di ba? But, saan mo na pag-count? Ayaw gamita ang koko. Okay, masamad. Ang imong gamiton ang knuckles. So when you scratch it, you use your knuckles. Okay? So pagkatol, you use your knuckles to scratch it. Okay? Kunya, pwede sa ka mo gamit og Aveeno lotion. Mahal-mahal, no? Because the Aveeno lotion moisturizes the skin. And usually, class, ang itchiness is triggered when the skin is dry. Okay? So moisturizing ang Aveeno lotion. Or pwede ka mo gamit og baking soda. Okay? Inikaligo nimo magamit ka og baking soda. Sagol baro nimo sa tubig or ipahid nimo diretso ang baking soda powder. Why? Usually, the itchiness in the skin is triggered by some acidic excretions. Kana bitang panington ka. Acid man na. So pag mugawas ang singot, sugod din nagkatol. So how do we neutralize the acidity in the skin? We use an alkaline powder such as the baking soda. Okay? And do not use alcohol, ha? Nga naman, when you use alcohol, katol, no? Alcohol nga ipahid, kay mubugnaw siya kadiyot, nindot manggit sa just pamati, class. But alcohol dries the skin. And a dry skin can trigger itchiness. So, wrong na dayon. Ha? So, never use alcohol to manage itchiness because alcohol can cause dryness and dryness can trigger itchiness. Okay, we are now on number 5. What is the problem in liver cirrhosis? Number 5, your patient will develop ubos og albumin. Unsa man ang ubos og albumin? Hypoalbuminemia. And the reason is easy. Who makes albumin? Liver. If the liver is broken, it cannot produce the albumin which he supposedly produces. And we should remember, class, that albumin is always equal to colloid osmotic pressure or oncotic pressure. Unsa gani ng colloid osmotic pressure or oncotic pressure? That is the pressure that keeps the fluid inside the ugat. So if this is your ugat, there is blood inside and fluid inside. Who keeps it stay inside? That's the colloid osmotic pressure. But colloid osmotic pressure is present only if you have albumin. Meaning to say, if wala kay albumin, wala kay colloid osmotic pressure that keeps the fluid inside. So sa may resulta, mugawas ang imuhang fluid. Mo extravasate to the third space. And we call that as edema, ascites, or anasarca. Sa gani kalainan ananiya, class. Basta tiyan, ascites. Basta kamot or tiilang, pero kung tibuok lawas, anasarca. Okay? So that's albumin. Okay? Next. When a patient has, by the way, when your patient has albuminemia, no, what is the best form of diet? No? Okay, you give egg whites. Nganong egg white man, sir? Because an egg white is very high in albumin. Okay? So egg whites ang imuhang gamiton. Okay? However, kas, egg white is a protein. Okay? Egg white is a protein. Kanino timanan, ha? Basta early stage of liver cirrhosis gani, protein is good. But later stage of liver cirrhosis, protein is bad. Why? Because the later stage of liver cirrhosis is always highlighted by hepatic encephalopathy. Okay? And you will learn later on that hepatic encephalopathy is the accumulation of ammonia. and ammonia is a byproduct of protein metabolism, meaning more protein, more nitrogen, more ammonia, which you cannot excrete, more coma or hepatic encephalopathy. Okay? So you should manage your protein intake basta early, pwede pa. Pero late na gani, limited na lang ang imuhang protein. Not necessarily bawal. Limited na lang, up to 50 grams. Sige lang, later on, we will discuss that. Okay? Or because of the accumulation of fluid in the abdomen, kung puno kay nagtubig ang imong tiyan, class, dili lang kay feeling busog. Lisod ay ginhawa. Because it restricts maximum lung expansion. Okay, puno kayo ang imong tiyan. Kamugod gani, makarelate man mo ana. Kung naka 3 cups of rice mo, di ba? Ablim botonis. Nga naman, kay kung dako kay kag tiyan, lisod kay punga kaayos tanan, class. So what do? We need to remove some water out of the body. How? Through a surgery called as paracentesis. So paracentesis is the aspiration of fluid from the peritoneum. Okay? And position your patient in a semi-Fowler's position. Nga naman, in order to position the fluid at the lower part to allow the lungs to expand. Kay kung muhigda ka, mo spread pangod ng water, class, o musamot siya restrict sa imuhang baga. So to position a patient with ascites and to promote maximum lung expansion is through a semi-Fowler's position. Next, class, you monitor your patients for infection. Why? Is a patient with liver cirrhosis at risk for infection? Yes. Remember the Kupffer cells sa video 1? So ang Kupffer cells are phagocytic cells that engulfs bacteria or pathogens. Kung guba ang atay, it follows guba ang Kupffer cells. Kung walay Kupffer cells, walay phagocytes. Risk for infection. Okay? Another, bleeding. Why is a patient with liver cirrhosis at risk for bleeding? Because he will have to have no clotting factors. When we speak of clotting factors relevant to this situation, class, these are clotting factors 2, 7, 9, and 10. Okay? So kung naa kay liver cirrhosis, you will have to be prone to bleeding. Ngano man, wala man kay clotting factors 2, 7, 9, 10. Meaning kuwang ang imuhang clotting factors. Why? Because these clotting factors will only be formed in the presence of vitamin K. So sa ato pa, you need vitamin K to form clotting factors 2, 7, 9, 10. Now, vitamin K is a fat-soluble vitamin. Meaning, for vitamin K to be present, you have to have fats. But for fats to be digested, you have to have bile. And for you to have bile, you have to have a liver. Di ba? The liver produces bile. Kung gubo na kong atay, wa ko'y bile. Kung wa ko'y bile, di ko ka-digest of fats. Kung di ko ka-digest of fats, di ko ka-absorb sa vitamin K. Kung wa ko'y vitamin K, wa ko'y 2, 7, 9, 10. Meaning, I am at risk for bleeding. Let me ask. You have newborns. And newborns are given with vitamin K at the vastus lateralis. Question, why do newborns need to be administered with vitamin K? Is it because their liver is cirrhotic? Okay. It's because, class, kanimanggong vitamin K, they are formed exclusively by the normal flora in our intestines. And newborns are born with a sterile intestine. Limpyo pa kayo na ilang tinai, such that ang ilang tinai, wala pa na bacteria, whether good bacteria or bad bacteria. And in the absence of this bacteria, you don't form vitamin K. That's why you give them vitamin K para di magdugo ang bata, especially at the site of the cut umbilical cord. Pagputol nimo sa pusod, kung wa sila clotting factors, magsigi nagdugo. Okay? But for them to form these clotting factors, you have to give them with vitamin K. Yan na ang question sa ako. Nganong vastus lateralis man yun i-inject ang vitamin K basta sa bata? Ayaw ihatag sa lubot. Dili pwede sa gluteus muscles ang injection sa newborn. Ngano man, many got this wrong. Ilang tubag, makahit manggod kag sciatic nerve, kung kana imong tubag sayop ka. Ngano man, whether adult or bata, the risk of hitting the sciatic nerve at the gluteus muscle is always present. Naagid na, whether bata ka, newborn ka, or tiguang nakag-injeksyonan ka sa lubot, the risk is always there. But we still give nonetheless gluteus injection to adults. Nga naman, because class, newborns do not yet know how to walk, which means that their gluteus muscles are not yet well developed. And because they are not yet well developed, these muscles cannot absorb the medications administered into it. Otherwise stated, ang vastus lateralis is already developed. So give the medication there and the medication gets absorbed. Try giving vitamin K to the gluteus muscle. Will it be absorbed? No. Why? Gluteus muscles of newborns are not well developed. So when do you know nga well developed na ang gluteus muscle? Kung makalakaw na. Kano sa man makalakaw ang bata is here? 11 months. Mulakaw ang bata inig 11 months. So inig 11 months, kung makalakaw na, pwede na tuslukon ang lubot, ang gluteus muscles. Okay? So going back, is a person with liver cirrhosis at risk for bleeding? Yes. Nga naman, wa siya clotting factor. Kinsa man na silang mga mananapa? 2, 7, 9, and 10. Nga nung wa man pud na sila? Wa man gud kay vitamin K. Nga nung wa man kay vitamin K? Wa man kay fats. Nga nung wa man kay fats? Wa man kay bile. Nga nung wa man kay bile? Nga nung naguba man ni mga tay? Sugi kas payag. O, mga na. Ha? Okay, number 7. Now, let's go to number 8. Number 8 class is the portal hypertension. Okay. A patient with liver cirrhosis is one with portal hypertension. Ako naman ang na-explain. Kani imo nga tay. Imo nga tay pulos hobnail. Pulos cirrhosis, pulos fiber, pulos car. Gahi. So lisod kaayo para sa dugo nga mo flow onto it. Okay? So lisod kaayo para sa dugo nga mo flow onto it. Kani class is the blood flow. And the blood flow is supposed to enter the liver. But it cannot. Why? The liver is resistant to the blood flow because it is scarred. It is fibrous. Gamuton ang imuhang atay. Lisod kaayo pagsulod sa dugo. Unya, blood will really insist to flow onto it. Nya di man siya kasulod. Kung di makasulod ang dugo into the atay, di man pud ta mamugos sa tao na di nato, di ba? Di man gid natin pamugos. Di na lang nato ipamugos sa itong kaugalingon. Mangita na lang tag alternatives. Mangita na lang tag alternatives. If the blood cannot flow past the liver, it will find for an alternative route. Muragog ka mo. Kung di ta kalusot din ha, suway ta diri. Mangita kita laing paagi nga mulusot jud ta, no? So, because the blood cannot push itself into the cirrhotic liver, it finds for alternatives. Sometimes it goes to the face. Sometimes it could go to the esophagus. Or sometimes it could go to the abdominal veins, abdomen. Or sometimes it could go into the rectal veins. Mangita gid siya glusot. Okay? Now, these blood are intended for the liver. But since they cannot go to the liver, then the blood finds its way for alternative routes. Most commonly class, arigid na siya sa esophagus. Di manggani ka mo lahos diri sa atay, alahos na lang ka diri sa esophagus. Ang problema class, the blood vessels in the esophagus are one which are small, thin-walled, and prone to rupture. As a result, with a high pressure at the esophageal veins, then the esophageal veins dilates. And this now leads to varices or varicosities in the esophageal veins which are prone to rupture. Mao nang naa kay esophageal varices. Ang imuhang esophagus, ang ugat gibarikos. Nganong gibarikos man na siya, nagsige nagbarog imong esophagus, dili na siya sa. Sige, it's the blood intended for the liver that proceeds to the esophagus. So kani, mo ni siyang imuhang esophagus, kani imong stomach. Kani class magdugo ni siya kay mubuto ang imuhang ugat din ha. Nganong nibuto, di lagi na siya design nga mo sustain og taas nga pressure unya kay para sa atay mangudugta ni nya wa may lain kaagyan dito sa esophagus. As a result, dibuto imuhang mga esophageal blood vessels, and we call that as bleeding esophageal varices. Sa Bisaya, ang esophagus givaricose. Okay? As a result, class, you may ingest this blood causing melena, or it may cause hematochezia, or you may vomit it in the form of hematemesis. Now, kani mao pinaka-importante nga question. What if kamo ang nurse naa sa area? Unya naay liver cirrhosis. Unya sa liver cirrhosis, naabot dito siyang esophagus ang pressure tungod sa scarring of the liver. So nagdugo ang imuhang esophagus. Question, what would you expect to be used to manage the condition of the patient on a temporary basis? This is what you call as your Sengsteken Blakemore tube. Unsa man ang Sengsteken Blakemore tube kani class? This is the Sengsteken Blakemore tube. Okay? Ang Sengsteken Blakemore tube naay para esophagus. Okay? Naay para sa stomach, naay para suction sa stomach. So naa siya tulo ka portals. Okay? Ila-ilahan ninyo class kay basta na mo'y liver cirrhosis nga patient, naagid mo standby nga Sengsteken Blakemore tube, SBT. Okay? Naa siya tulo, ngano man. Okay? Naay tulo. Kung kani imuhang tiyan, inig-pump nimo sa syringe, murag catheter ba? Nga sudlan nimo og tubig, kani siya kay hangin ang imong isod. Pag sulod nimo og hangin, og katong stomach or gastric tube na gastric port ang imong gipaborot, muborot ni ang balon sa tiyan. Unsay purpose? Anchor. Para inigbira nimo, di siya maibot. Okay? Gastric balloon. Inig-push nimo dito sa esophageal port, ang esophagus balloon muburot sad ni siya. Unsa may purpose niya? Counter pressure. Di ba class, kaning pressure diri giduot man imong esophagus? Giduot man ang ugat sa esophagus? So mo create tag counter pressure. So giduot siya, giana siya. Mo create tag counter pressure by inflating the balloon para mo equal ang yang pressure para walay mubuto. And if ever mubuto man gani, mura og samad nga imong gipugnan og high pressure, no? Apply pressure on the wound to stop the bleeding. Mao pud ni siya. The balloon there will compress the bleeding vessels to stop the bleeding. Okay? Naay ikatulo class, katong ikatulo kay pwede to siya mo suction sa contents of the stomach. Okay? So nakay tulo ka port, gastric suction, gastric balloon, esophageal balloon. Ang gastric balloon to anchor. Ang esophageal balloon in order to compress the bleeding vessels. Now, dili ka na ang pinaka-importante. Ang pinaka-importante is kanang ang nurse on duty na agyud mo'y always dala nga scissor. Okay? And your scissors could save a life. Nga naman, kung mag-bleeding man gud siya class, mapuno ni siya pag-ayo, asa man ni siya mosulod dito sa imuhang lungs. Malumos ang imong pasyente sa iyang kaugalingong dugo. Nga naman, mapuno man ni siya, di man nimo flow to the stomach, kay imo man ang gibara. Now, kung malumos ang pasyente, maglisod na siya og ginhawa, usa ka cut lang nimo sa port, pagputol lang nimo atong port kani. Pagputol lang nimo ani class, pagputol lang nimo ana. Mo-deflate na siya, so the blood proceeds to the stomach and it prevents further aspiration. So ingon ana ka importante ang inyong gunting. So a patient with Sengsteken Blakemore tube must always have scissor at the bedside, or the nurse responsible for the patient must always have scissor to cut it at any time when the patient has difficulty in breathing, most likely because of aspiration from his own blood. Okay? Sengsteken Blakemore tube. Now, unsa to? Atong giskutan diri, portal hypertension. Meaning, ang dugo padulong sa atay, dili kasulod sa atay. So, mangitag paagi. Number 1, ato siya sa esophagus. Number 2, pwede siya sa imong naong. Okay? And ato niya dito sa imuhang naong, that is what leads to spider angiomas. So, ang spider angioma, pwede kang estrogen, pwede sad kang portal hypertension. Sa ito'y epictus portal hypertension, number 1, esophageal varices. Number 2, kung sa naong, spider angiomas. Kung sa abdomen, you will develop caput medusae. Gibarikos ang imong ugat sa tiyan. Kita na mo, ana? Dara ay. Dara. Ang tiyan gibarikos. So that's caput medusae. It is the high pressure going to the abdominal veins, which was supposedly and originally intended for the liver. So caput medusae. What if it goes to the rectal veins? Maglalis pa bata nga hemorrhoids na. So kung ang pasyente na ay hemorrhoids, asa man na nato sa itoslob? Sa suka? Asa man na? Itoslob sa baril, planggana or balde nga naay init-init nga tubig. We call that as your hot seats bath. Okay. Your hot seats bath class is intended to relieve the pain and at the same time promote blood flow to the rectal veins and therefore promote healing. Okay? Ang kanang inyuhang hot seats bath, i-make sure ninyo class nga di mapaso no kay tingali mura na nag-chicken proven kay nagbukal-bukal. Nagbukal-bukal pa lang inyo ang tubig. I-check sa na ninyo. How do you check water? Palmar, dorsal? Palm or dorsal? Dorsal, because this is more sensitive to temperature. So, kani imong gamiton. You can use your knuckles or you can use your elbows. So, dili kani imong gamiton. Kay basin feeling nimo di kay siya init. Kay kubalon kay kagkamot. So, kani gid siya dire imong gamiton. So, pag ana nimo init man. So, gilantan kabay kana kiat nagnawa na magskuilag tarong. Gilantan kabay kana very good, because this is more sensitive to temperature. Okay. So unsa to? When there are scars or fibrous tissues that covers the liver, will blood be able to penetrate? So there will be back pressure and you call that condition as portal hypertension. But blood will always find its way. If it finds its way to the face, you develop spider angiomas. If the blood finds its way to the esophagus, esophageal varices. If it finds its way to the abdomen, caput medusae, or it finds its way to the rectal veins, you develop hemorrhoids. And finally, we go to number 9, hepatic encephalopathy. Remember, class, that hepatic encephalopathy is always the result of excessive ammonia. Unsa ganito, class? When the protein is broken down to be used as a source of energy, protein is converted into glucose in a process called gluconeogenesis. But in doing so, there is a waste product. The waste product is nitrogen. Nitrogen will be acted by a bacteria known as, so that this E. coli converts nitrogen into ammonia. But ammonia is toxic to the brain. It must be excreted. But this is unexcretable. It has to be first converted by the liver to become urea, so that urea can now be excreted by the kidneys in the form of urine. Okay. Kaso, ang atay guba. The atay converts ammonia into urea. The atay converts the unexcretable into excretable. Guba man ang atay, class. So ammonia remains as ammonia, and ammonia accumulates. Okay? Ammonia accumulates. And having said, ammonia is toxic to the brain. That's why when there is so much ammonia in the brain, ang pinaka-end stage gyud, ang pinaka-finale gyud sa imuhang liver cirrhosis is when the patient develops hepatic coma as a result of hepatic encephalopathy. Sobra sa ammonia. But syempre, by stages man na, class, magsugod sa ka og imong breath mura og ammonia. Unsay tawag ana? Fetor hepaticus or ammoniacal breath. Dili halitosis, halitosis is bahog yun ng donut imuhang baba, no? But fetor hepaticus is bahong ammonia ang imong gininhawa. Okay? Mura siyag ammonia. kana bitang murag nakuyapan ka, pasimhuton ka, o mao na siya ammonia. So fetor hepaticus. And your patient could develop also uncontrollable tremors in the hands and feet. Flapping tremors known as asterexis. Okay? And finally, you can develop brain affectations such as confusion or changes in the mental status or some changes in personality. Kana bitong na mga liver cirrhosis class, you will remember me when you encounter liver cirrhosis patients in the end stage. Maldita. Grabe ka maldita. I have encountered a patient before. Sus, grabe ka maldita. Gusto niya ang electric fan, nagatubang ra sa iyang naong. Kay kung mawagtang ang electric fan, di siya kahangos. Yang tiyan, murag yung grabida ka ng, murag yung ka ng mabdos ba? Murag gravid uterus. Dako jud kayo niya, lain maning atay nga ascites bitaw class. Lahi ra man ni siya naong sa kanang nanambok lang yun nga kanang but you would really recognize that something is wrong in the size of his kanang abdomen, no? Lahi ra gyud. So we call that class as personality changes in patients with hepatic encephalopathy. Now, the more important thing is how do we manage hepatic encephalopathy? Unsa to hinungdan sa hepatic encephalopathy? Elevated ang levels of ammonia. Okay. Remember that nitrogen is converted by E. coli into ammonia. So therefore, if we kill E. coli, we stop the production of ammonia. And what medication is given to kill E. coli? We give neomycin. Neomycin or kanamycin. Kanamycin. These are antibiotics. Neomycin. These are antibiotics that can kill E. coli because if you kill E. coli, nothing will convert nitrogen into ammonia. Okay? We can also kill the ammonia itself by giving, or not kill, excrete ammonia through a laxative medication. And that is your lactulose Dufalac. Okay. Lactulose Dufalac. Liver cirrhosis is something special to me because this is the situation before my father died. No, so the management are also familiar to me. No, so that's why liver cirrhosis is a serious condition. Grabe gyud ang kahasol nga mahatag sa sakit nga liver cirrhosis. Kay katong akong papa sa una, ma-admit to, nag-admit na to. Siyempre, interviewon sa nurse. Ako, I'm proud to say, every time admit akong papa, ako ginakuyog. Bisag kinsa sa pamilya ang ma-admit, akong anak, akong mama, akong igsuon, always yun na ako ang naa. Kaya number one, ako may nurse ra sa pamilya. O niya, samot na ron nga, og masayop ang nurse, delikado yang kinabuhi kay abogado man ang pasyente. Delikado yang lisensya, di bitaw. Ako gyud na always. So, pagpangutana sa nurse nga, kanang Lanex cirrhosis man to ang papa. Siya, kapila day ka mo inom, sir, ako dyan mo tubag, kada adlaw dyan na siya mo inom, lagi ko, lagot mo, kay ingnon man na ako siya sa una nga, ayaw na lagi sige inom pa, undangin ko na imong inom, siya, ay, mamatay, maumagiti ang tubag, no, maugiti ang prinsipal, no, dako na kong puhunan, karon pa kumuundang, kana ingon na nga tubag ba, kay kung undangin na lagi na pa, so pag ingon sa nurse nga, kuan, kanang, undangin na lagi na imuhang, ingon ang nurse nga, kapilam di ka mo inom, sir. Kada adlaw dyan na siya, nurse. As in, literally, kada adlaw. Ingon dito akong papa nga, taka man lang ka. So, nga naman, kada adlaw bita ka mo inom. Sa di man ko kada adlaw mo inom. Kada gabi man ko mo inom. Kada gabi, kada siya mo inom. O niya, ang iyang paborito, no? Kulapo o Red Horse. Basta maglain niyang lawas, kulapo ang imnon kay herbal man ko, no? Aba ka ng herbal? So, mao gito, no? So, alcohol will not do you good. No? As long as the number of hepatocytes, normal hepatocytes, remain to be higher than the number of scar cells, you are still in a good condition. But remember, liver cirrhosis is chronic and irreversible. It will take time before mukalit lang kag kayelo. Ibong na lang ka, no? Tagay mo, tagay. Sige na kag-couch mong kamot. Palmar erythema. Okay, so class, that ends our discussion, our two-part discussion on liver cirrhosis.